First of all, let me regress for a minute. How this all came about was in 1988, in the winter, I entered a contest on the rock station, WOGL, which some of you people probably heard of, 98.1. There were 40 people entered into a contest to win a trip for two to Dreamweek, all expenses paid, which cost $3,300. Now, I had to answer a sports question that went back to 1968 World Series with Detroit and St. Louis. Anyway, name went into a drum with 39 other people. After the contest was over, they had an announcement on the radio in the morning, and the first person called was Carl Weinberg. That was me. Another person, George Logan, was the other person that won too. He was also from Pennsylvania. Anyway, we played ball in 1989 in January. There were 4 teams comprised of 16 people on each team. And what I'm going to do while I'm talking is pass these pictures around. This is of the 4 teams, and that's a picture of my team. John Vukovic, who died a couple years ago, is in there. And here's the ball with all-time police. Yeah.
So the people in the red shirts were team members, or?
Yeah. The ones in white were the. These are all the players. These are the coaches for the 4 teams. Okay. The majority of the people are the players. 4 teams, 16 teams. The manager at that time was, you probably heard of him, was Tony Taylor, ex-Philly, ex-player, coach for the Phillies. He was our manager. We were called Tony's Lumber Company. That was the name of our team. Now, I have met Tony on several occasions at card shows, so you know it's always nice to see him. He was a local guy from Yeadon, so and he had a beautiful wife from Canada, French Canadian, very lovely woman. I met her at a banquet. Now, how it worked was, all 4 teams played each other for about 4 or 5 days. On the last day of the competition, we played against the old-time Phillies, guys from the 50s, the 40s, the 60s, and the 70s. We didn't win, but it was a great thing, you know, going out there on the field at Clearwater to play against them.
Down in Florida?
Down in Florida, yeah. Now they have a new park, it's called Bright House Field. But then it was Clearwater. And, you know, after we would play each day, everybody would get together at the pool or go into the lounge, have a drink, relax, and that's how we did it. I'll tell you honestly, without bragging, I saved somebody's life that day, because what happened, he jumped into a heated pool that was at 130 degrees. And myself and another man had to pull him out because the pool was off limits. He just jumped right in, it was so hot. Back then it was about 98 degrees down there, which is very unusual for the end of January. Now, a trip like this, like I said, costs like $3,300. Today it's called something else. It's a long weekend. It's called a fantasy camp. In order to play down there, you have to be over 30 years of age. That was the criteria. Now, after it was all over, they gave us a set of cards, like the one I'm passing around here, you know. And on the card, you can't see the back of it, but we had to put a biography of ourselves. So what I do is I made something up. I said I played for the Phillies in 1989. I hit 526 home runs and batted .333. Now I'll tell you where I came up with those numbers. My birthday just passed. My birthday was May 26th. So I used 526 as a criteria. And anybody who hits 526 home runs has to be good. And anybody who bats over 300. So, and then at the bottom of the card they said, what's your favorite hobby? I said, loafing. And what do you do for other hobbies? I said, sports and play the lottery and hope to win $1 million someday. That was my card on the back of it. So the following year, to make a conclusion, we all got together at Veterans Stadium out on the field. And our picture went up when they put it on the screen, just to introduce everybody. They do that every year. They bring everybody back for an encore, you might call it. And that's how it all evolved. It's something that you will live with me for the rest of my life. It was a great experience, and something you never forget. And that's it.